good afternoon, and welcome, AP Psychology, to the Unit 5 Review Podcast with Easton St. Pierre. Today we're going to be going over 5 mnemonic devices that are extremely useful for your AP exam that's coming up. So the first one is going to be coming from the GAS, or the General Adaptation Syndrome. It has 3 stages to it, but it can be pretty easy to forget which stages there are. For me, I like to use R, A-R-E. It's a little abbreviation that I like because it stands for the first letters of all the 3 stages, which is alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. Next up, we see diathesis stress, which is a model of psychological disorders. What I like to do is I like to look at the first 3 letters, D-I-A. That's really similar to diamond. And diamonds are formed, but they're also natural. With psychological disorders, with the diathesis stress model, it's also the same way, where it's your predisposition, but also the forming of the environment that takes account into it. Now, another thing that I'd like to talk about is bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. A lot of people get confused because you see the 2 or the 1 next to it, and you wonder which one's better and which one's worse. Well, what I like to do is I like to look at the 2. And if you look at the 2, it looks like 2 little eyes. And when they're next to each other, it kind of looks like they're crying, in the crying emoji. With bipolar 2, it's less severe, but the depressive episodes stay constant, which makes it the defining factor of it. So that would mean that bipolar 2 would be the less severe, because it just has hypomania, which is a less severe version, and still the depression. The next one I'd like to talk about, the 4th out of our 5 mnemonic devices here, is chlorpromazine, which is the inhibitor of dopamine for schizophrenic patients in antipsychotic medication. This is a really tough one, but I think that this is a really good mnemonic device. The clo in chlorpromazine sounds like chlorine, and I know it sounds a little bit silly. I sound a little bit silly right now. It's 3 a.m. The clo sounds like chlorine, and chlorine does not sound good to eat. That kind of takes all the fun out of it. And dopamine, like dope, it doesn't sound dope to eat chlorine. That's my mnemonic device I use for that. Now, the last mnemonic device we're going to be going over is benzodiazepines, which is an anti-anxiety medication. What I like to do is I like to look at the first 4 letters, Benz. If you think of a Benz, you think of a cool car, and you think of a cool, relaxed person driving it. So when I think of benzodiazepines, I think of calm people, because I think of the Benz. That's going to be it for today, AP Psychology. Good night.